All right, so let's go over really quick what we got going on. So here's kind of what I see, right? Here, this is an old chart. This is an old chart I'd done up. These are some old arrows. I was basically over here trying to correlate this side of the fall with this side of the fall. And I had a bunch of arrows laid out that showed the different fall areas. So this chart played out perfect. So what I did is I expected this to come up here and hit the 7 MA and then come back down. Now let me show you a pattern, and this is kind of one of the first patterns I discovered a while ago. If you look, oh, hold on a second, my daughter. Hold on. Kids. All right, so let me show you a quick pattern that I did discover a long time ago. And this is one of the reasons I was able to find the last couple bottoms so easily. So as you see this, hold on a second, I'm going to pull this off. So I'm going to get rid of some of these MAs so you guys can get a better idea of what I'm looking at here. All right, let's black that out. All right, there we go. So as you come down and you descend, every single time you descend down one of these long drops, there is a pattern that plays out every single time, right? And every single time you get this same pattern that happens, and I'm going to show you this pattern. So you get this, and let's do these in blue. So you get this right here, and let me show you what I mean. Okay, so on every drop that you get, and let me just pull up a whole drop here so we can get a good idea. There's a drop. There's a drop. There's a drop. Okay? So on every single one of these drops, you get a recurring pattern, right? So the recurring pattern follows this blue 7 MA down, right? And one of the things I see is we're following this blue 7 MA down is we go down and we touch this a specific number of times. So you see it come down, you touch it, kind of grazes along, and then it comes down, you'll get a double breakthrough. So you see this double breakthrough, and what this is this is actually the indicators resetting themselves because you've fallen so far. All your indicators on every timeline have fallen practically into the negative area or into the oversold area. So everything is so extremely oversold, it's got to bounce, and this is just the indicators resetting themselves. So here you have the indicators resetting themselves up for a second fall. So you can see you came down here, touch, so you got basically a single touch, fall out, double break, you get a double break. Break once, break twice, fall again, touch one more time. Okay, so let's see if we can see the pattern. So this falls out, comes up one time, falls out, one break, two breaks, falls out, touches one more time, and then you know you're going to find the bottom. Okay? Over here, let's get rid of this. So this falls out of the blue line, grazes. This did double touch here, but then this is really where it broke through once, twice. This is really where it stayed above that line. See, this stayed above. Where's that at? Oops. Right here. This stayed above, stayed above, stayed above, stayed above for a second, and then really fell out. So here you go, grazed, came up. Here was the second. I always look for this double touch. And when I see this double touch area, that's when I know we have one more great touch to come down. And then that's it. We found a bottom, right? So when I come over here and I look at this drop where we're at, right? And I look at my target down here, okay? and I zoom into this, right, I see no double touch yet. So there's no double touch here. So what I'm expecting now is we're gonna find somewhere down here. This has got to give us a double touch before we can get down here and find this area. I'm looking for this double touch again. You know, now this is off of a brown bubble right here. This is sideways motion and down, right? See this right here. This was probably off a purple or a blue. We are on bubble chart, so here is the bubble chart. So look, this was off a purple. So you got the bounce right there, and then you came down, and here, see, look, there's a brown, so there's a brown, and then there's that, and then look, we came down, we hit another brown area. Now I'm expecting this, what I'm expecting is some sideways motion so we can double break this. Now how low do I think we can go right here? I mean, the issue is you always find a lot of defense right at the 6,000. Now watch this, this is crazy. So watch this, and we're going to draw a little line right here, okay, oh come on, come here, right, so this line, get rid of that, so this line right here, look at this, right here down to the 7,000 area, and I bet if I go to a different timeline I can find 7K on that. Then let's go up here, see if we can find, where was 8K defended at? 8K was defended right in here. So here's where the 8K line was defended, right? Come on, get there. Right in here. So you came down, defended the 8K line, right? Bounced off, dead cat bounce off the 8K line and down. Came down, 7K, bounced off, now we're down, right? Got rejected, right? So every time we come down, we've bounced off for this double touch at a very critical point. Look at this, at the 8,000 area. And then we did it again here at the 7,000 area. Now we're going to do, we should do it again right here at the 6,000 area is what my thought is. My thought is we come down here, we bounce off the $6,000 area, and then we're going to tank one more time, and that could be over here somewhere, right? So this could take a little bit of time. And I still think, you know, now that we've gotten this low, depending on how low we go, so the other thing you need to do is you need to go back here and look and see how high up did we bounce. So look, we double broke. We came up to the 50 here. So we came up, the 50 and the 7 came together. Look, we came up, the 50 and the 7 came together. Now our 50 is way up here. Right, this 50 is super high up here, but it can drop pretty fast. Right, so this is why I keep targeting this 6,900 range. You know, this 6,900 range is not out of the ballpark, because look at how high up that your 7M, your 50 MA, your 30 MA is. I'm sorry, your 30 MA. Look at how high up that is. It's way up there, right? So, you know, you see every time they come together, and then one more dump down, right? It's a pattern. Perfect every time, right? So get the cross at the top, get the cross at the top, get the cross at the top. Then they come together, and they have not come together right here. Now look at here. This is look at what happened though. This was a super cross. So you basically got a super cross right here with you have your 200 and your 50 cross, then you had your 30 cross your 50 and your 30 cross your 200 again. So this did create a super cross in here, which it did, you know, you can see this kind of happen over here. So here you cross the 50, here you cross the 200. Now bounce back up into the 200, and then it did get rejected again. Then look, you came down. Look what's going to happen next. So if this stays low and we can only bounce up to say 7,500, so if we only get up to like the 7,500 range right here, And let's call it right up in right there. If we only get up in this 7,500 range, what happens is you've got this. Oh, come on. Hold on. So you got this. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right. So what you've got is you've got another death cross coming, right? So look, you had the super cross here, and then the 50, that 30 ran down into the 100, and it was this like, that was this like, it was a death blow before that. So before this even happened, look, and these haven't touched, and you're falling out here. So when these two hit, look, it bounced back up into it. So when these did come together, that's when you finally saw this bounce back up. See, look, same thing here. You see the 30 and the 100 crossed right here. And then you got the bounce back up into it. All right, so let's find it in here. There it is. There's the 30 and the 100. And this actually, it rejected it, but then it did bounce back up into it. Right, so this is showing us a pattern. So now we need to watch this as this comes down. This says this is possibly not over. This drop is not over yet. You know, this baby could keep going down into this thing could keep getting deeper down here. All right, let me clone this. There we go. We could get down here. 57 range, I think. So this is not over with right here. Had the supercross, so let's take a look here. So we had the supercross. See that this is already coming together. These are way spread out. Did bounce back up. It's already crossed. Yeah, see, there's no real. I don't see the supercross didn't happen up here. Last time the supercross happened, it all happened right in here. So I still see that we have to do this. This has to occur. So somewhere, call this somewhere in here, you're going to get a double touch. So we're watching for this cross to happen, right? For this cross to happen, this will give us a good idea also of a bounce. So when this cross happens, we should see a bounce, okay? So we'll put that, so we're looking for the 30, 100, let's call it a cross bounce. Cross bounce. Okay, so we're looking for the 30, 100 cross bounce, one thing, and then we're looking for the double touch of the 7MA and by the price and the 7 and the 30 touching again. Before another dump. All right. So this is going to happen. We're going to be looking for this circle. Now this says, I mean, here's the issue. You've got a lot of room to go down here. Here's our bubble chart right here. Here's the bubble chart. We did get rejected perfectly off a red line. So here's your bubble chart. Bubble chart came up, boom, hit right on another red circle. Hit right on a red circle right there and got rejected. We're going to get rid of this one. Going to get rid of this one. So there's the red circle. Now we are deep. We're deep, right? And we can expect this thing to come down here and possibly touch and even break this. This is possible. This is also possible for this to flip right here. You are in a heavy rejection area. This line can flip all the way back around here, right? And we can get that. We can get this turnaround right here. Look at this. This area has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of support right in this area. This line, just because it's down here, means absolutely nothing. This line can flip all the way back around. This line can suck all the way up here, and then this can turn around and give us that bounce that we're looking for. Give us that touch. You know, we're looking for that sideways movement or that bounce off this purple area to give us this next setup for a drop. So I'm in my short position. I have not left my shorts. I have not added any long position. Right? I have not gone long on any positions just because I'm not quite seeing the setup that I want to see. Like, show me these two coming together, and show me the 30 and the 100 come together, and then I'll be ready. You know, I'll be ready to pull long. Okay, so I'll be ready to pull long, and when I see, or just dump all my shorts. Right, I'll just dump all my shorts out, and I'll just try to catch the top of the next bounce, right? And that's so looking for the cross to dump shorts or long scalp. How about that? Okay. And that's what, now we are so deep right here. I mean, we're super, super, super deep. Our shorts are super high. I don't know how much longer. This is just a lot. Like, we're way down here. We're pretty damn deep. This is really ugly. I don't know how much longer, how much deeper this can go, right? We've got to find a bounce down here. So we've got to find a bounce. You know, my target's still the same. I'm not changing my targets. My targets are still 4,900. Basically, it's like 4,800 to 5,200 is still my target zone, right? Now we do have so you do have a fib line down here at 4,700. You do have a fib line above you at 7,600. So we're kind of trapped in between all of these inside this fib line right here, but that's exactly what I see. So let's go over here and sorry everyone. All right. All right. All right, anybody? All right, so let's go. So there's this chart right here. Let's push this here. Let's save this. Trade 8. Oh my God, what is today anyways? 8:10? 8:10. All right, now if we do pull this over, and I want to show you this, guys, this on a daily chart too, right? So I want to pull this over as a daily. So let everybody see. Now, if you come over here on the daily, we are not into the oversold territory. Oversold territory. We are way above it. Okay? So we are pretty high above the oversold territory. Now this is the daily chart. This is not the 12-hour chart. So this does change things up. Getting deep down here. Now this is some serious, this is where we've seen the rejections, right? You get down here, you touch this, you see these big bounces up and off, right? Big bounces up and off. So looking at this, we're getting really, really far down here. Now, this thing could drop out. And if this came all the way down into this 26 range of the RSI, that is a substantial move. So if you take a look at the drops, you know, to get from there to here, this was a pretty substantial move. You ran from 77 to 6,000. That's 1,700 points. Okay, so imagine falling 1,700 points or even 1,000 points from here, right? I mean, there's 1,000 points of room left right here. There is. There's 1,000 points you could fall right here. We are also on the $6,000 range, which once again is a perfect range for a dead cat bounce. So we should go over and we should go over and we should note that on our chart that 6K is dead cat bouncer. So here you see every time we hit these, we bounce off. So I want to label this. So we're going to do, what's that, 8K DCB. I'm going to make this bigger. Clone. Okay, so I'm kind of looking for this pattern to play out one more time. Right, and if we go over here, boom. Right, so there's the $9,000 dead cat bounce, and look, there it is. Boom. Right. This one could actually be like the 9, 10, like the 9 and 10,000 dead cat bounce at the same time, right? This is even 11, 9, 10, 11. I mean, this thing could have been the $11,000 dead cat bounce, but 9, 8, 7. So you kind of see a pattern that plays out with all these double touches, right? Comes down, test lower, double touch. Comes down, test lower, double touch. Comes down, expecting this to come back up and double touch. Now this can, this can totally just tank down here, right? I don't want people to think, you know, that this can't, because this can come down and test lower down in here. You know, even get us down, just do a wicked drop on us to come down here, and then give us that that dead cat, you know, there like that. Right, something like that. All right, I'm going to print this. All right, so there's that. Bernard, get some sleep, man. Day Walker. Hey, Doji. Hey, guys. How y'all doing? All right. So this is just some thoughts I have right now on where we're at with the daily chart. So this would be the daily and the 12-hour. This would also show... now, if we go down here, let's look kind of resistance. You know, we got a lot of resistance in here. It's at 6K. Now, you can get that dead cat bounce right back up to this 7MA right here, right? And then careful, 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 careful. Right? Look at you got. Look at you got. You got this cooking right here. You got the 100 and the 30. Now this 30 is going to dive pretty hard. This 30 is going to be diving hard here. But the thing to watch out for is this. Look at that. See this, guys? This 2-day did cross. You do have a cross on the 2-day right there. Right? Super danger, and this is trying to create a super cross. So came over, dumped there. Look at this. Look at the power of the cross right here. That cross here, if you would have just played that cross, like, well, we've been playing it. Boom, nailed it, right? Here comes the second one. Boom. It's going to push this down again. It already has started to push this down. Right? Look at the 2-day chart. Your 2-day chart, you're still way up here in the RSI. You're not down into the oversold territory. Right? You're still up here pretty high. Okay, now we are pretty darn low on this RSI right here, right? And every time we've come down here, you know, a couple times here. Now take a look. You're here. Here's this. We're so close to this bounce, and then the super dump, right? And then look at this again. So we're right here. This could happen a second time, or we could get this super big drop, and it would look something just like this. Come down, bounce off it, and then tank one more time. All right, so this 2-day, this is a 2-day bear cross right here. This is a very powerful bear cross. You guys need to be very careful. Here's last time. Look, there it happened right there. Boom. And there it happened right there. Twice. Look at that. Once, twice. Boom. I mean, last time it happened, this was 2, 4, 6 days of just ugliness. There you go. 2, 4, 6 days of ugliness. Just happened. Just happened. Okay, let's see what we got over here. There it crossed. You got one of the ugliest days ever. So I would say this is a really, really ugly day. But then this bounced right back up into it, and they got rejected out again. Right, look at it. The RSI was really high up here, and look at how ugly this ended up, right? That ended up super, super ugly. So the good news is we're down low. Man, this is going to be... Now, here's the thing. If this plays out, right? If this plays out, this thing could take us all the way down to 5,200 in our target right now. Like, it could take us down there in the next 2 days. Right? And this would get us all the way down here to our target. And then that would pull us all the way down here, and we'd get a bounce out of this. Right? If you guys are long right now, I wouldn't be longing personally into this 2-day death cross. Right? If you're longing, you guys are longing on a scalp position. You guys are longing the 6K dead cat bounce. So what you're doing is you are scalping the dead cat bounce right here off of 6K. That's what you're doing. All right? But I just want you guys to just be careful scalping this dead cat bounce right here. Right? So remember we talked about it coming up that second time. So here it is. This is that second time here on the 2-day chart. This cluster that gets up over it. Here's that cluster that gets up over it. Right? See the cluster? There's the cluster. There's your 2-day cross. There's your 2-day cross. Look, we are right here starting this 2-day cross. So if you're going back over here, like this has got to get down all the way down here. So this 7MA is got to drastically fall. Right? So you see a lot of price decline. Right? So there's the price decline. There's your cross. There's your price decline. I would be really careful here. Now, this one bounced back up into it. Now that was look at how crazy this was. This was a really far fall. This was a far fall before it, but this was super far. I mean, this is just insane, guys. This is from, honestly, this is from 14,000 to 9,000. Right? That's a 5,000 point fall in 2 days. I mean, that's just crazy. This is just insane. Nothing has happened like that over here. We haven't had a 5,000 point fall in 2 days, right? At least in the setups where we're at. So this was just too insane. That had to have bounced right there. So I mean, where we're at right now, I just would be really careful, guys, longing into this unless you're just playing the dead cat bounce right off the 6K region, which is great, super good. And let's bring this back up. Okay. So cross drop, cross drop, cross drop. So I'm going to put that historically. I'm going to put, man, 70% chance. What's this? 4, 5. Whew. Man, all right, so here we had the dead cat bounce. Here we had the dead cat bounce. Yeah. I need some help here. One chart says 6K dead cat bounce. Does it every time. The 2-day crossover says it's going down. God, we've fallen so far. How we really have fallen so far. 50-50 here. I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50, it bounces. See, look, it's bounce 8K, 7K, 6K. This one did rip through here. I mean, this ripped all the way down to 7,700, but even if that ripped down, that wouldn't be far enough. It wouldn't get me down to my target. Not the same target that the 2-day crossover is making. The 2-day crossover says it's going to 5,200. This says it's going 1,000 points. Shit. It's the only one that reversed back. Still didn't come back up and touch it though. Look, so even if this comes back up into this here, even if this bounces back up into it, it still isn't overall. It's even worse. So if this bounces up, here's the deal. If this bounces up into this, which it didn't touch, okay, so if this bounces up here, right, this is my call. I'm going to make this blue. Okay. Because it never bounced back up into this. So 6,500 is my top line right now. Jesus Christ. All right, there we go. Yeah, I would say if we drop here, okay, hold on a second. We drop here, come up, we have one more drop. Yeah, I would say there. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so you get two options here. One is this falls out faster and we get a bounce. Two is we get a small bounce really close here. And then we get a hardcore drop. So these are our two options. Now this one, I'm going to overshoot this. I'm going to... I'm going to go right to the end of my little arrow right here. Man, I have a tough time with this. Yeah, let's go to our 3-day. Maybe get some better targets here. All right. Golly. I just can't see this thing going down super far right here. Man, putting these targets is going to be harder up here now. All right. And they got this damn thing over here. So, look, we went up, but it went down, right? So the MACD went up, So it's actually a higher. It didn't turn around, but we clearly fell out of the damn sky. Right? The MACD's just so insanely oversold here. So I want you to look at this. See this little bitty sideways action from right here, this point right here, to right there. You see that little sideways action right there? This little tiny sideways action. From there to there is a drop from 9,900 to 7,300. It didn't even move. This little tiny sideways action right there. Same thing here. Look at this little sideways action right here. This little sideways action was a dump from 8,900 to 7,900 was 1,000 points. So if we just get a little sideways action here on this, look at this little sideways one right here. Yeah. Okay. So if we see sideways action right here, this could be 1,000 point drop on that. So that's not helping us. So we're just going to go in here, and what we're going to put is just a sideways arrow. Just a little small one. So we're going to put this sideways arrow, and we're going to put a note. I'm going to try to, I have the worst time drawing these things out. Something like that. Right? God, here's our other two issues. All right. Yeah, I want to go over here. I just want to, this is Bitstamp, so this will help me get some better lower targets. There it is. Phew! I'm not going to go that far yet. Oh, look at the 3-day. So you see this bear cross on the 3-day? That's going to hit right after. So we're going to get another cross on the 3-day. Last time we got the cross on the 3-day. Look, we never even got one there. Look there, cross on the 3-day. Boom. Cross on the 3-day. Boom. Cross on the 3-day. Boom. Yeah. Even if it bounces up here, it's going to end down there. Gosh, the only thing I don't like is this damn 1-day over here. You got this stupid 1-day. This thing is bled out so hard. Damn thing needs a bounce. Golly. I'm having a hard time putting arrows up here. God, I'm having a hard time putting an arrow up here. No, 65 is still a good target. Okay, let me label this. All right. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Anybody have any questions? 38 people watching. Do you guys have any questions at all?